Yo, what is going on, everyone? We're back with another SnowRunner mod review, and today we're going to check out POGS Mods Volvo C303 in Northport, Alaska. Very excited about this. We're actually going to buy it together, customize it, and see what this little thing can do. We're going to put the winter tires on. Experimental winch. Snorkel, why not? You want utility supplies? Yes. It'd be cool to see there be a little bit more stuff here, but in terms of things that you could do, it's cool that you got these decorative panels and stuff, but it would be cool just to see like something added. And the tires, these look like custom tire models, and they actually look extremely realistic and really nice, not gonna lie. Alright, so let's see what this little Volvo can do. Actually, I'm curious, how much repair parts do we have? 250. Looks like two spare wheels. That's not bad for this little thing. And we can refuel. We have a 20-liter fuel can, 80, so 100. We got 100 liters in total, which in my mind I don't think is too OP. Like, this is like a really small recovery vehicle, you know. Pogram, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I'm assuming this was intended to be a small scout recovery vehicle. Interior detail is actually extremely nice. Alright, got an important document here. Got all our stuff in the back. It looks really nice. Alright. Let's see how we do here going through this. I still gotta move that trailer. We're just trucking. We're in third gear going through this. Alright, so I'm looking here, Pogram, and I'm thinking, what are the chances? Anyone else notice that, like, leaf splatter is floating in the ground? Interesting. But I'm thinking, what are the chances that possibly a thicker tire, I'm not saying the Quasi tires, what if these tires were just a little bit bigger and a little bit wider? Would that make this too OP? Would it balance it? So I know I do have the race disc suspension, but if we had wider, bigger tires, I don't think it would be as like tipsy-toppy, you know? But that's just my opinion. I still love the mod so far, but just the bumps that you hit with this thing, kind of, it's bouncy, and there would be a concern in some situations that you could flip. And we're going to put the diff lock on here, and we're going to go on a low plus. Yeah, this is really balanced. Like, it's getting you where you need to go. It's not cruising through it. Engine sounds are extremely nice too. Really enjoying that. I do get nervous turning with these narrow tires. I just feel like the shape and dimension of this is not really happy with narrow tires. It looks like the speedometer works as well. It's a really cool feature. The detail in the mirrors is really nice, but they're basic, simple mirrors like what you would expect into something like this. So I'm putting a little plus starting out. We're going to see. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't expect this to go through the torture test, not because of the quality of the mod, not because it's not suitable as a scout or a scout recovery, but more or less because this mod here, I don't think it's just not that big of a truck. It doesn't have that big of an engine. I don't think it's made to go through something like this. I don't think that's the intention. But lo and behold, we are actually still plowing through this, so I could be entirely wrong here. Pop it in a low, and we low minus, and we came to a grippling stall. What is it here? What's getting us stuck? We're not fully stuck yet. We're just slow going right now. But what would make a difference? Like with just a slight tire size increase, both in overall diameter and width, help a little bit. I'm still impressed it made it this far into the pit, though. I gotta be honest there. Just kind of crawling a little bit, and sometimes this actually ends up being the deepest part of the pit, so I'm just kind of wondering and hoping if once we get past this part, if it will plop right out. It might have to go backwards a little bit. If it'll let me. I do have a winch. There we go. Almost wants to tip the vehicle over when you winch. Honestly think it's more just getting kind of bottomed out here, which, you know, in all the roads I've traveled here in SnowRunner, this is the deepest mud pit I've been in, so I kind of understand that this is what can happen. And I expect it at this point, if anything. We're going to make one more attempt, because I do believe in this mod. The quality in it is just amazing. And it does seem to have a decent setup. If we can't get through on this side, we'll try the other side. The other side is a little bit easier, and that's okay too. So let's just try to use it as we would a normal scout. Let's see if we can get a winch point. No, we can't. Okay. Crawling away so slow. I think the tires are just buried. I honestly think that's what's happening here. Okay, oops. That winch might be a little bit too powerful for this truck. I'm gonna try the other side now. we're gonna kind of skim the side here like we would in any other scout vehicle. We are starting to dig in here, and I think we're gonna, yeah, alright, we're making it through so far. Try winching a little bit. And honestly, that's kind of a bad part about the winch. It drags me, so it digs me when it drags. That's what I've noticed a little bit here. Quite a lot of winch action going on. This yeah, that tree was gonna get me stuck. That's something else I've had a hard time understanding with this part of the map is all these tree branches here, and you just gotta winch on them until they break, or go over top of them until they break. It does look like we're gonna make it out of here though, which is pretty good. I'm excited about this. I'm gonna fast forward the time a little bit though. Still got a winch, but it is common for scout vehicles to winch. I'm not sure if it's common for them to winch to tree branches until they break, but that is kind of what SnowRunner has left us with here. And before we got into this deep mud that this thing just gets absolutely absorbed by, we did see how great this thing does in snow. And so that to me said a lot. But I don't think we're going to make it any further. And we're going to take one last kind of jaunt on it and see if we can. Get this tree branch to break maybe. There we go. So, this winch, when it auto winches, I'd remove the top points because it ends up dragging you like this. I don't know if that makes sense for you to remove, but those are just my 2 cents. And now we have a fully submerged, basically, Volvo. Low minus, can we crawl out of this on our own? Yep. And we're free. Well, we're going to do our classic take up the mountainside, but I'm going to give this mod a solid 10 out of 10, guys. The quality in this is really, really innovative in my opinion. This is something different for the mod community. It is a nice little truck, and I just think for its current release, yeah, there's a couple of things I'd like to see done differently, guys, but you got to remember here, the mod community and the people who create these mods and modders, they have a vision in their head of what this mod is supposed to be or what they want it to be, and that could stray very far from your own opinion, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. You have to respect their view or their vision for their mod, and if this is where, you know, POG thought this should be in terms of a balance between OP and realism, then this is perfect. But to sum it up, the only things that I personally would change is removing the top winch points, and I would also look at possibly putting slightly bigger, wider tires on this bad boy. And I think those two changes alone would just make this mod absolutely incredible. More incredible than it already is. But the big thing here, guys, is these tires. This tire model is just beautiful. Very realistic to a winter tire that you would see. Very realistic to a winter tire, a studded winter tire that you would see that's also made to go through mud as well, with some deep tread blocks. So I like this. This is a different change. And Quasi, I love your tires, but these are original. These are so nice. I love having so many different tire models in this game and not just having the same tires on every single truck or mod that comes out. As always, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. And POG, I'm going to put the link here in the video. And guys, I will update the video if there's an update on this mod later. But for now, I recommend you go download it and check it out. I could see this being extremely useful in Michigan if you haven't completed all Michigan yet. I could see it being useful as well in the Yukon and Russia, maybe in certain situations. Russia's a little bit kind of tipsy-turvy, and you know, when you look at how this reacts because of its suspension and the narrow tires, I don't know how likely you are to survive that without having it tumble over, but I guess it's part of the fun too, so that's a really tough call. Again, thank you so much for checking out this video. We'll catch you with the next one.